It's really starting to feel like we're soaked in conflict every day, not just in our day-to-day lives, but just the deep political divisions on economic issues, social issues. Inequality is widening and is causing a lot of stress. And now, war. And we feel compelled to take sides, of course. Our ethics demand this, but social pressures also do, and fear, and the desperate need we all have to be on the right side. But the deeper you get into any fight, the more you risk becoming the very thing you set out to oppose. I'm Hector, and after years of taking on big challenges in the public and private sectors, I know what it means to have a crusade. I've always been a true believer, and not just in chasing money, but driven by a mission. And as righteous as I've felt, one thing confronts you the further you travel on your journey, that the ends start to justify the means. What you swore that you would never become starts to show up in the mirror, and anyone who takes on a mission to change their industry or community knows this. It means staring into the abyss of the unknown. And as Nietzsche warned us, the longer you gaze into the abyss starts to gaze into you. My first encounter with this idea was Maximilien Robespierre. He started as an idealist, a man who rejected violence, who dreamed of throwing off tyranny of the arrogant, entitled elites. But once the French Republic was secured, he became the very monster he fought against. His Committee of Public Safety ordered 17,000 people guillotined. The Reign of Terror killed 50,000 people, starved, massacred, executed, all in the name of liberty. And this pattern repeats itself. Revolution becomes oppression, liberation becomes control. And happens in business too, maybe not as extreme, but consider how many tech leaders champion freedom and openness and economic empowerment only to unleash manipulative algorithms and addictive platforms and AI that they know are causing damage. And as money as power rolled in, they became what they claimed to once oppose. But you know that problem already. So what's the defense? Well, Epictetus gave us the answer 2,000 years ago, and he said, you become what you give your attention to. And that's the lesson here. If you spend all day reading, watching, and talking about negative things that are hateful, this is what we become. It was the failure of Robespierre. It was the failure of tech leaders. It's the failure many of us risk today. We forget that we can control our focus and that the abyss doesn't get to reflect itself in us without our consent. Propaganda loses its power when we control our mind. Conflict loses its grip when we control our emotions. And we cannot lose our ethics when we control our actions. None of this is easy. It's the work of a lifetime. But in a world that's constantly trying to shape you, the best among us stay awake, stay honest, and never lose sight of what's in our control.